on with this crazy thing? All right. Well, hopefully that works. Let me see. Okay. So, can everybody hear me? Or is it not working? Oh, there we go. Finally caught alive. Well, that's excellent. Well, anyway, let me just say hi. And if you're not familiar with my channel, I'm Rick. My channel is known as Charger Mopar. I am one of the very, very, very few people who have been carnivore since the 1980s. And I just had some meat and eggs. I just had to deal with a rather rambunctious little kitty cat. And I went outside. I see that a couple of my ducks, they're still out there. I can't really turn this computer around because the webcam is on the top of it. But if I could show you, I mean, one of these days when I get set up for it, I'll try to put an outdoor cam so you can see my ducks. I had to lock my kitty out of the room because he was extremely rambunctious, and I did feed him about maybe 16 ounces of raw meat. So he should be good. I'll let him settle down for a while, and then if he behaves, I may open the door and let him back in here and let everybody just sort of, you know, check him out because he's kind of fun. So I woke up this morning, and it's actually kind of interesting because before I woke up, I was having these weird dreams. And one of the dreams I was having is that I was trying to start the live stream, but for some reason it wouldn't start. And then I got into another live stream. I got into sort of a conversation with somebody. I don't remember exactly who it was. It might have been Homestead How or one of those popular channels. And someone was telling me that I'm not a real carnivore because I've eaten a piece of fruit now and then. And it is quite funny. But then when I try to log in, the computer won't let me log in. My clock disappears. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what day it is. And then, eventually it's just like any other dream that I have. I tell everybody my dreams are like real life. They just worse. It's frustrating because nothing ever works like it's supposed to. So anyway, I eventually woke up, or at least I thought I woke up, and then I realized it was like 6 o'clock, and I go, wait a minute, okay, that was just a dream. But the funny thing is, after that, it was still a dream because then I had a dream that a friend of mine had called me to do some electrical work. We're over there trying to get the job done. And then I noticed that half the people there are naked, and I'm thinking, what in the world's going on? This is weird. And of course, in this modern world with everybody as out of shape as they are, it's just not a really good sight. And then, after that, then I can't find my truck and it's just whatever. And I wake up again. Well, eventually I find myself awake around 6:30, which is usually when I'll wake up because I go to bed at 11:30 and somewhere around there. And then I force myself to go back to sleep and I get up around 7. And then I look outside, I see the windows are all fogged up. So while the weather's been cool the last few days, it's hot again, which means it's probably going to be really hot in the afternoon. And because I have the air conditioner on, you know, that's it. But then when I go to YouTube to log on and see who's there, I realize that one of the recommended videos is from that very popular chiropractor, Eric Berg. And what was his discussion about? It was about sleep. Now, you may or may not like this guy. I mean, obviously, we know that the reason he's on YouTube is to make money. He does marketing. So, one of the things that I like to do, I like to look at all different people because it doesn't matter who they are, even if a person is a crook, they do have some good information. So, I looked at it and I started to think he's talking about the different stages of sleep and how you get the REM sleep and then you get vivid dreams. And I'm thinking to myself, I get this every single day. So, and then they're talking about how certain stages of sleep decrease as you get older. And I remember when I was younger how I used to sleep. Now I would normally go to bed before 10 o'clock because I had to get up at 6:30. But the interesting thing is when I was a kid, it was very difficult for me to get up. I had to use an alarm clock, and especially in junior high. And when 6:30 came around, I did not want to get out of bed. So we had to use a snooze button, and it's crazy. And by the way, I still have that alarm clock. I put it in the living room. But when I went carnivore in high school, at first I had that same issue, but as time went on, I was able to get up and had plenty of energy. Now I know a lot of people they drink coffee to try to get energy, but for me it was never necessary. But that's pretty much what I did. Now, let me look at the comments here before I get behind. Thankfully, I don't have a major chat like some of the large YouTube channels, so I can get everybody's comment. And let's see here. Okay, we have Kenny Robertson. Good morning, Rick. Good morning. I finally caught a live. Well, I'm glad you did. Terry says good morning. Kenny Robinson, loud and clear. Brenda Oli, hi. Hello. I can hear fine, Sandy Blythe. And good morning from Mark Booz. Hey, maybe I'll see you later on Mitch's live stream. Rachel Fitzpatrick, hi, Rick. And hi, fellow Quackers. Yes. Let's see. Hey, Rick, how are the ducks? Joe says. Well, the ducks are good. There are three ducks that I saw this morning when I went to give them some duck food, which was some old dog food that a friend of mine gave me that the dog didn't like, and some bread that my neighbor gave me. So, and I think, well, they were roaming around out there. And again, when I get a better camera or I get something I can turn around, then I will try to show up like a backyard or front yard cam. I think that would make this chat a little more interesting. Plus, when I get equipment that actually is reliable, I've been trying to get the OBS software to work, but it basically crashes my computer. Even the regular StreamYard, as you know, when you're hosting, it just overloads the computer. Computer's too old. So what can I do? All right, let's see what else we got here. Correction. The duck food. Well, yeah. And no duck food since the 1980s. Yep. Good morning from Southern Ontario. Good morning, Canadians. Quack Jr. is here. Well, Peter's here. There we go. I see that Peter has referenced me a few times in his videos, and I'm glad to know that I'm an inspiration, even if in somewhat a negative way, because as you know, I am the only carnivore that's out there who doesn't promote this as a healthful diet. I promoted it as the heart attack diet. And the idea was you can get, you can enjoy your food. You're not going to eat duck food. You're going to eat real meat and delicious foods. You're going to keep yourself strong and healthy and active. And then you know that they say that what is the first sign of a heart attack? It's instant death. I think they were saying that up to 50% of people, their first sign of a heart disease is death. And that's the sign that I want to get. When I get my heart attack, I want it to be very quick. And you just sort of, oh, and then you fall over. And because what is the alternative? I mean, you could live longer. You could be like an old vegan, hobbling around, breaking your hip, going to the nursing home, being laughed at. And I can only imagine a lot of the people today, well, thankfully, they probably won't make it to the nursing home because they're too obese. They'll probably be in the hospital long before they get old. But you see all these people today with all these tattoos, and it's just going to be interesting when you see them in the nursing home and the things all kind of shriveled up and faded out, and and I just I don't know the whole nursing home thing.